Hi, class of 2030. So today I will be modeling for you the thinking steps for today's lesson. So today you will learn how to use key details to more deeply explore the main idea of a text. So this will help you better understand the author's meaning. We'll focus on a river of words and how the author uses key details to support ideas about Willie. So I will be showing you our thinking steps by modeling pages 3 and 4 of a river of word. So let's go ahead and look at our thinking steps chart. So our chart has our objective for today. So let's go ahead and review. Today it says, I can explain how key details support the main idea. All right, so let's get started. So step number 1, we need to identify what is the main idea. So again, I'm modeling for you pages 3 and 4, and I will be finding what the main idea is of these two pages and what the author is teaching us. So let me go back to pages 3 and 4 and just think about what these two pages were mostly about and what the author is trying to teach us. Like the other boys in Rutherford, New Jersey, Willie Williams loved to play baseball and to race his friends up and down the street, but when the other boys went inside, Willie stayed outside. Climbing over the fence in his backyard, he wandered alone through the woods and fields. So I keep on hearing the word outside, the word woods. He loved to play baseball. So all of these ideas tell me that Willie loves to be outside. So the main idea of pages 3 and 4 is that Willie loves to be outside. So I'm going to use my chart that I have over here, and it's a little stool. So I'm going to place my main idea at the seat of my stool. So the main idea of pages 3 and 4 is that Willie loves to be outside. So I'm just going to place my main idea here. And I'm going to move on to step number 2. Now I want to find one key detail that supports the main idea. So I need to find a key detail that supports that Willie loves to be outside. So again, let me go back to page 3 and see if I can find a key detail that tells me that Willie loves being outside. It says, Willie Williams loved to play baseball and to race his friends up and down the street. But when the other boys went inside, Willie stayed outside. So if Willie stayed outside while others went inside, that tells me that Willie really loved to be outside. So that is an important key detail that supports my idea that Willie loves to be outside. So a supporting key detail is that Willie stayed outside when his friends went inside. And I'm going to place my sticky in one of the supporting key detail legs of my stool. All right, so now let's move on to step number 3. Step number 3 says, find another key detail that supports the main idea. Well, I want to dig again in my book and see if I can find another key detail that supports my idea that Willie loves to be outside. So let's keep reading. Willie stayed outside. Climbing over the fence in his backyard, he wandered alone through the woods and fields. Well, the woods and the fields are outside, and he liked to wander alone in those places. So that tells me that he also loves to be outside because he likes going to the woods and fields, and those places are outside too. So another key detail is that he wandered through the woods and fields. That detail supports my idea that Willie loves to be outside. So now let's go to step number 4. Explain how the key details support the main idea. Well, now I need to put my two key details together and explain how they support my main idea. Well, those two key details, the key detail that he stays outside when everybody goes inside, and that he likes to wander in the woods and the fields, are examples of Willie being outside, and they tell me that Willie loves to be outside. And remember that I said that the illustrations help add to your main idea? Well, in this illustration here, I see that Willie is outside. So this illustration adds on to my main idea that Willie loves to be outside. So I'm going to write it all together and say that these two key details tell me examples of Willie being outside. And the illustration also adds on to my main idea by showing Willie outside. So all of this tells me that Willie loves to be outside, which is my main idea for these two pages.